If we continue to exert ourselves, sacrifice, struggle, dedication, we will someday reach our highest potential. We have still a long way to go yet.
I'd like to think that my grandfather, more than anyone else, would appreciate the symbolism of this moment had he lived to see it. But the story, which began at his birth in the village of Five Blessings in China before the turn of the century, the story which he spent many hours to write down in Chinese characters in the back of a Mississippi store, but the same story should be updated by his grandson 93 years after it all started. In English, on television, in America. In San Francisco, this is Sam Chu Lin, News Center 4.
Today, seeing Asian American faces on the news and in the news is commonplace. But when Sam Chu Lin began his career, there were virtually no Asians on television. His career spanned 5 decades and began when he was not yet out of high school. Sam convinced a radio station in his segregated hometown of Greenwood, Mississippi, to hire him to play rock and roll and read the news. Not as Sam Chu Lin, as the less ethnically identifiable Sammy Lin. He went on to graduate from Michigan State, eventually landing his first job in Los Angeles at KFWB Radio.
But there is a bigger problem, getting the supplies to where it is needed.
His first television job came in 1968 at the CBS station in Phoenix.
This is Cool News with Sam Chu Lin.
Good morning, it's the weekend, and this is the top of the news. Tonight, an explosion and fire.
Making him one of the first Asian Americans to work on TV. In the early 70s, Sam returned to Los Angeles to report and anchor for KTTV. CBS called in 1975.
This is the story of 2 men who dreamed up a super idea and then saw others race away with it faster than a speeding bullet. Sam Chu Lin reports.
Chile's Esmeralda seems to be an exception. Sam Chu Lin tells us about it.
Remarkably, it was an Asian face that announced the fall of Saigon. Sam reporting from the CBS New York Bureau.
I'm Sam Chu Lin, and right behind me is the Golden Gate Bridge.
From CBS News, Sam reported at Cron in San Francisco and at KTLA in Los Angeles.
Good evening, I'm Sam Chu Lin. Hal Fishman has the night off.
Sam recognized his role as broadcast pioneer carried a heavy mantle. Jose Rios, VP of News, KTTV.
He related that it meant always carrying yourself with dignity. It meant having the courage to differ, to speak out. It meant setting an example and handling yourself with class. Sam was always a class act.
A class act with tenacity. He felt it his mission to get the stories of Asian Americans on the air. Jeff Wald, former news director, KTLA.
That's from the fire in the belly, that's from the drive, the ambition, and he never stopped running. He was always very positive about his work. He loved what he did.
Bob Long, news director, KNBC.
Another irritating quality of Sam's was that he never gave up. If you blew him off one day, he'd come back. The next and the next.
Tonight, Asian American. What happens when a neighbor looks like the enemy?
That's how Sam accomplished the seemingly impossible. He convinced ABC's Nightline to dedicate an hour to the Asian American experience looking like the enemy.
This is Nightline.
John Donvan, ABC Nightline reporter.
I will admit I did not quite get it. And Sam spent, I would say, not just days, but weeks, gently nudging me, and Sam got through to me.
Tom Batag worked with him at CBS and Nightline.
And he will go down as one of the pioneering Asian American network correspondents who paved the way for so many people who came behind him.
Other career highlights, his story about the creators of Superman living in poverty changed their lives.
Wen-Ho Lee has been indicted on 59 counts of mishandling nuclear secrets, not espionage.
His reporting on Dr. Wen-Ho Lee, Captain James Yi, and Captain James Wang helped rally the Asian Pacific civil rights community to their defense.
Sam Chu Lin, Fox 11 News.
Sam was also a respected print journalist, contributing articles to the Rafushimpo, Asian Week, Nichibei Times, and San Francisco Examiner. Sam's life ended too soon. He leaves behind his legacy and remains as an example to every Asian American journalist. Privilege comes with great responsibility.